bills or fines that we just haven't got around to paying. But which ones do you need to pay straight away and which ones can you ignore? Benjamin Paris from Debt Mediators Australia joins me now. Good morning to you. Now, lots of people struggle under mounting debt these days, but you say that there are some bills you should always keep on top of, so let's find out which ones they are first.
Good morning. Well, the first thing you need to do is do a budget. So you need to put aside money for your rent, your mortgage, the electricity, food, school excursions first, and then work out what you've got left over to go towards your debts.
And so, with those sorted, which ones can we delay?
Generally, what you need to do is take a really proactive approach when you're having trouble with your debt. You need to work out what you can afford to pay, and then you need to get on top of it and call your creditors. So you'll find most of your creditors are going to be pretty negotiable, and you'll be able to put off some debts for up to 3 months.
What about the bills that you just know you're never going to have the money for? How should people deal with those?
Well, the first thing to do is to be really honest with your creditors, and you need to tell them what your situation actually is. So if the repayment's $100 a month, or say the fine's $250, and you can only afford to put $5 forward a month towards that debt, you need to tell them, and the important thing is not to overcommit to the payment.
Would most creditors forget then the fine part of that bill? Are they usually pretty forgiving about those sorts of things?
Well, the great thing is that everything's negotiable. So if you can only afford to pay $5 a month, then that's better than nothing that they're getting at the moment. And the important thing about doing the budget is so that you know exactly how much you can pay, so that when they ask you to make a $100 payment, you're not overcommitting when you know you can only afford to pay $10.
So it really is about opening the lines of communication. What about something like a video fine? We've all had them. They can really escalate. How does something like that affect your credit rating?
Generally, a small debt like a video store fine isn't going to do too much damage, just because no one will be bothered to default your credit history over, $10 or $20 worth of late fees. But something like that is generally worth just paying because of the inconvenience factor of having someone call you about it.
They're particularly inconvenient when they get huge, which they can. Benjamin Paris, thanks very much for your insight this morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Over to you, Carl.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Tony has sent me an email.